All right.
Remember what?
Or how we had the microphones set.
Okay.
And the reasons why.
I thought you were a producer.
Yeah, I am a producer.
I helped
And you're a producer's assistant.
Yeah. I can't be a good assistant if you can't be a good producer. I do the uploading like a good assistant should.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So, hello, viewers. The 12 of you who watch
12. That's all we need, baby.
You know the brother, John, and now we have Jaime. Jaime, what brings you to the table?
What brings me to the table, I got invited by Jay. We were at the shop last night, and he was like, you want to come to the podcast? I was like, hell yeah.
That's a pretty
He's all
big deal.
excited. He answered really excited.
Yeah.
Dude, this is so cool. This is so cool.
That's a pretty big deal.
People when I tell them we do a podcast, they're like, "You do a podcast?" I'm like, "Dude, it's like nobody watches, dude. Like,
But
we're just
even
fucking
then,
around."
you're just on camera. It's just different when there's a camera in front of you.
Because you're not scared, I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
That is the one thing I've noticed about since we started doing it. Is like I'm not scared to like talk and like you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
It's helped me just even with customers. So that's cool.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I know that. No, fuck that. I still don't talk unless it's a meaningful conversation. You know, because I don't have customers. At work, I just talk about whatever.
Meaningful for you. What if not every conversation could be meaningful for both sides?
Yeah, but like the whole, how was your weekend?
Yeah, you and this thing. I'm not doing this with you again.
me and all my things.
That was just gets on my nerves. Like, listen, just let it happen, man. Like, let people like you. You know what I mean? Because that's all it is. They're talking to you. They just want to talk to you.
Or they want to tell me about their weekend.
Yeah, okay.
And I go, that's very nice. And then I go back to work. It's like, I don't know.
But what about that bothers you? Why does it bother you that they want to tell you about their weekend and their boat or whatever?
Because usually I've got something going on, like,
while you're working?
Yeah, they're like, this is at work, like.
Oh, so you're a good worker. That's what you're telling me.
Well, it's just, you put your food in the microwave and you're waiting for it, you're waiting for it to cook, and then somebody comes in, you're like, shit, I planned my lunch hour so I don't have to be
around people.
Oh, at a certain time.
Yeah.
So you just hate the small talk, that's all?
Yeah.
With people you don't know, you can't just
yeah, with people I don't know, I don't do small talk well.
Yeah.
You talk with people here?
Yeah, but it's
like,
not small talk.
Yeah.
But he's also not at work, too.
Yeah, what's small talk to you?
Hey, how was your weekend?
That's what we do here.
No, I mean, I don't know. I kind of get where he's coming
I get deep with my customers,
right?
For sure, 100%, and that's like my favorite thing to do. But it's a lot. It starts with small talk.
So tell me about yourself.
You think you could just get right into their fucking soul, like just by like not even doing any small talk? Like you just go straight to fucking, right?
That's what that one girl wanted to do.
Hey,
she
how
was
are
telling
you?
him about his life.
And normally, when somebody asks, "Hey, how are you?" you're supposed to go, "Fine, how are you?" Nobody's ever fine. Fine's the worst thing. And, hey, how was your weekend? Well, do you really want to hear about the shit that I did? Because you won't agree with any of it, especially
They might.
Nah, because they're all God-fearing Republicans with children and husbands or wives.
A lot of those guys are open-minded, though. A lot of them are. Like, there's lots of people in that doing medicine and that in that fucking culture. Like
Yeah, but if they were doing
shit.
medicine, they would know because I'm pretty open about my medicine.
Yeah.
It's just, they'd be like, well, I mean, I don't like to fuck with people like I used to, with religion. If I knew somebody's a hardcore Christian preacher or preacher's son, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I'm going to go worship Satan. And stupid shit like that.
What would happen if you said that?
They'd be like, well, John, not your John, but John used to look at, I tell him that, you go, he just stick with that power pose. And, I really wish you wouldn't do that. But that joke got old after a while. It's just, because they just keep coming.
Yeah, they're never going to stop.
So eventually it's like, no, I don't believe, so I'm not going to go to your church. And I like to do shit on Sunday mornings, not dress nice and
Yeah.
go sit in the pew.
We don't go to church anymore. We're done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the flea market instead.
Yeah.
That was our church.
I like that place a lot.
The flea market?
one that we went to that one time?
Yeah, probably. No, we went to a farmer's market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we went to an actual like flea market, and it's like a white people's flea market, even though everybody's Spanish. I really want to go to one of the real ones, like off airline somewhere. I really do, but like I feel like you really need somebody with you that is like knows that culture, that area at least.
Whenever I was 23 to about 24, I read tarot cards at a flea market in Lubbock every weekend.
Really?
Really? Did you make it up or?
Yeah, well, not. I mean, like I studied them, and, in the meetings and symbolism. This is 25 years ago,
Yeah.
man.
Did you have crystals all over the place too?
No.
Anyway, go on. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Well, I used, with pagan, Wiccan, and stuff like,
Yeah,
there's,
yeah, I get
alternative religions in your 20s.
Yeah.
And a group that I got with, they're, I was like, they were pretty cool, and they had, in the, subject, the tarot cards came up, and I was like, these are really cool. So I got the tarot for dummies and all and just obsessed about like I do
Yeah.
about things.
Yeah.
I obsessed about them, but you can only read so much for yourself, and I practice on yourself so much. And my friends, was like they get in, but then the fucked up, twisted brain of mine got doing the things that it does.
Okay.
And I wouldn't read the cards anymore. I just read the person and just tell them what, read their body language, just fuck with them.
What do you know about the cards? Like, how old are they?
Oh, I don't, dude, this is 20, I don't,
I'm just asking.
I don't remember now.
You don't remember when they started?
No.
I think it's always funny when like that bitch on 90 Day Fiancé is using the tarot cards, and she's
Talking
like,
about the origin of tarot cards?
yeah. Do you know where it comes
Oh,
from?
that's that's too far back to even know what truth
But is it?
behind that.
No,
'Cause
I know. There
there's
is. You can actually look up when it originated. It's not that old.
Oh.
It actually became a card game that women would play in like the 1700s. I think it's the 1800s, but
Right, but when the actual like future bullshit, that's just an adaptation from all different kinds of.
yeah. But I'm just telling. What
power.
I'm saying is those cards originally started
Yeah,
as a
it was
game. It's
okay, I
like,
see
it's a
what- I see
game
what
that
you're
you were
going for,
playing.
yeah. I
Like you would
thought
play
you
it in your
meant the-
parlor,
Really?
your parlor parties or whatever you would do. Yeah, it was
Because
like a parlor trick.
It
that
had
you
the
would play.
Joker, the trip of the Joker, all the way through from the birth to all, through
Yeah.
the tower. But I thought you were meaning like the clairvoyant side.
No.
But anyway, you can only read so much for yourself and your friends before you need some more humans to practice on.
Yeah.
And so I rented a little booth for $25 a month or a time. And I went there. I worked 2 weekends on, 2 weekends off at the prison. So those 2 weekends on, I'd go up there and I'd rent my booth, and I put there free tips, whatever. I just wanted to practice,
Yeah.
and that was pretty eye opening.
In what way?
Well, I mean, working with medicines that I do now, I didn't back then, but to understand energy, and and again, that twisted part of my brain would just read the person, and if they seem like if they got to where I started opening up through the cards, the questions, what's going on in your life in this section right here in the past with, and then use the symbolism to get them to open up, and if you start realizing this is an evil person, I feel, you would shut them down. Where somebody just really needed a shoulder to cry on, because that's really all it is.
Yeah.
And your tarot readers, if they're not malicious about it, like I wasn't there to make money. I was there to practice my art. But
Your balls in, huh? Balls deep.
yeah,
So why not just transfer how you talk to people, how you did talk to people, like when you were doing the tarot cards, into the small talk?
because there's no medium between me and the other human.
Like, what do you mean?
With the tarot cards, it was something to talk. It was, and they were there for a purpose. And
It's like you had a script essentially.
You want to know what I do? Or are you just not interested?
I'm always interested in what you do.
Oh, thanks, man. You're so sweet. You're my best friend. You know that shit?
Some
You
days.
know that shit, bro?
Some days.
What do you mean some days? Is all the roasting really getting to you? I've been, every time when you leave, I'm like, I've been roasting the fuck out of Barry lately.
You haven't told me anything I haven't told myself in the mirror.
All right. You keep bringing it up that I'm so mean to you lately, so.
So?
All right. I mean, it's crying, so.
So?
I forgot what I was even talking about. Great. You
I
look
just
at your
remember
crying.
We're
dude.
talking
we were
about tarot.
how you were good with words, and he's like, I've seen you play Scrabble.
Yeah.
So that's my flea market story. I did that for a year.
I had something good. I forgot. That was good.
How you talk to people? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep asking them questions. They tell you an answer, and off of that answer, you just ask another question, and then they tell you something else, and you say, and randomly, and it doesn't have to come like I guess in your business, of course it does, but in mine, I got time, so I'm sitting there with them for a while.
Right.
But and that the medium, I guess, is a tattoo, right? So
Right.
yeah. But I don't know. I talk to people pretty easy all the time. I talked to some lady at the pool today, and some dude. The guy was sitting on my bench, my seat that I had all the kids' shit on. I go, hey man, you sit on my bench. He's like this young black kid, and I don't know, he's probably like 30s or something. And he's like, oh man, my bad. And so I grabbed the bench that was next to us, and I brought it and I drug it, so it was right next to our bench. I go, man, here, sit with us, because it was in the shade. And I was like, you have to sit with us. And then me and him had a big talk whenever they called the little lifeguard break or whatever. We
Yeah.
talked, and then I talked to some lady and shit. She was getting all stressed out about her daughter and shit.
There was a
jumping
daughter
in-
there?
Yeah, her daughter was jumping in the pool like backwards, and she's like, "I told you." Like, she was like that the whole time, and I go, "You stressing out, mom?"
So the medium was the pool and the kids.
Sure.
So I mean, it's just, and it is easier to talk to people with a medium.
I feel like it's pretty easy.
It's just-
So
Why
try it with
not?
me. Try some small talk with me.
No.
Why that?
You're just gonna troll me about it. It's like, I'm gonna put more fuel on the fire. Here, let me give you some wood to burn this house down. You dumb
Doing
motherfucker.
therapy right now, man.
why not let the medium be work?
This motherfucker.
He wants to get to his fucking question. Get to your question.
If you had to give a TED talk on astronomy, how long would it last?
4.5 seconds.
Probably a little longer than that. You're not giving yourself enough credit.
However long it takes to say,
Define astronomy.
Right.
Like exactly, All right. Now, like we have a moon, and that's what it's called, the moon.
Yeah.
That's his name, the moon. Now, the moon is basically a living satellite, that floats around the Earth, and that's kind of the definition. Now, like Jupiter also has some moons, right?
Okay.
yeah.
Like 9 of them, right?
Yeah. Where you
I
going?
think so, yeah.
Okay, and some people can name them, like all 9 of them, and then the 9 that are around some other planet, and the 9 that are.
The most famous
So,
one is like Titan or something.
Scientists took the time to look up at the sky and learn all this, and they'll name all those based on all certain, but they give ours, our biggest thing that controls a lot of the water in you and in the earth. They just go, that's the moon. That's just so fucking retarded.
Moon.
Scientists didn't name the moon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was already called that.
Our ancient ancestors named the moon.
Right, but why didn't we ever? They also named, a lot. They named a lot of plants. Hey, that's a plant.
Yeah, they named them after themselves a lot. They did that
But
a lot.
but I'm saying scientists also named.
Have you ever seen the name for the peyote?
What is it?
It's like, I couldn't tell you. It's Laforia something. It's like, but it's the guy that found
the
it.
Latin name,
It's like
yeah.
it's partially his name. And so they did. I realized that when I got into cactus, that like they do that with San Pedro, all that shit. It's all named after people.
Right.
And
But
then
then
it has
there's
a Latin.
there's
But
some
they
ca-
always have a Latin. name
Yeah, a
also.
science name. And I'm saying scientists are the ones who name
Yeah.
the moons
Yeah.
from other planets, but they couldn't name ours.
Oh, for other planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
So I just think that
Oh, I
I
get
just
what
thought
you're
that was
saying.
hilarious.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
We just stuck with the moon.
Well, what would you call it if you were to call it anything
Fake.
else?
Well, it's because like when we were like either after the fucking deluge when everything got destroyed, it's like we're fucking I forgot where I was going.
Are you talking about like way back, like?
Yeah, but I forgot. I totally dropped it.
Because like the moon wasn't It was like the result of like a collision or something.
Yeah, but I forgot what was said before that made me even like start to go wherever I was going. Some of it's archaeology. I don't know.
Now, they're eventually, we all seen the science fiction movies where they're, to download your memories on a disc and put it in a robot.
Mm-hmm.
That premise. Well, what if that technology really does become existent during your lifetime? Where you can download your memories onto like a searchable spreadsheet. Would you want to do it? However, you have to see all of them.
I think you're probably gonna see all of them anyway when you die, but
It doesn't do you any good whenever you're dead.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know. Well,
what's it gonna do me good when I'm dead if I'm on a spreadsheet? My memories.
No, I'm
just
saying
my memories.
alive right now. If the technology was available right now to download your memories,
Like, would
in
you
video
look at
form?
it while you're?
In video form.
yeah, it's a whole,
What would I? What's the question again?
All right, so
would I do it?
Yeah, but you have to see them. You can't just download it and then search for, hey, remember that 15-year-old girl that when I was 15 I lost my virginity?
So I have to live another 43 years?
No, you just have to see them. Like you can watch them fast forward.
Right, but
43
in
years.
real time, it like in
Not
Yeah.
real time because that would take 43 years.
Yeah.
You can to be fast forward because a lot of it, a lot of your memory is just sleeping
Yeah.
on mundane things.
so that
But,
takes like a third of it.
I don't know.
Well, how about this? If you could pull all your memories, what is the one memory you would want to relive?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't lived it yet, brother. Haven't lived it yet, brother.
Well, I mean, that would be my answer. I don't know. You could have a different answer.
I could, but I don't.
Not yet. Okay.
Nah, I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying all of it. It's like I feel like you think like that, then you're like, you're definitely
You're just
on the
living in the
downside of
past.
the hill. You know what I mean? It's like it's over. Like my best memories back there.
There's a way to
Well,
look at
best
it.
memory
you know?
so far. You know.
What was the question again?
What memory you want to go back and
Stone
do and
shit.
live again?
I don't know.
I mean, I was just gonna say something with mom and dad.
Probably
I
my
was gonna say.
first memories, yeah, which I still remember. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
You
probably
mean like popping out of the womb?
Nah, I don't. I'm not fucking Terrence Howard. I would like to lie and say that I remember everything. I'm special, but no.
You so.
I have forgotten more than I'll ever remember.
What's your first memory?
Shit in my pants whenever I
Shitting
was 5
your
years
pants
old.
when you were 5? Why? Because it was traumatizing. They yell at you.
I don't know, man. I just remember.
They yell at you.
Nah, nobody was yelling at me.
They're just like you shit your pants.
I just remember
That's
standing-
funny. That's your first memory. Oh, shit. Mine was me getting bit by ants.
Bit by ants.
Yeah, and my stepdad picking me up out of the. But I feel like I have a few memories that go farther earlier from an apartment complex, but like they're just like it's just a picture of a truck and like my room and shit like that. But anyway, my first actual memory was my dad picking me up out of an ant pile. I'm just like probably stuck screaming.
Screaming.
So
He
pain.
threw me in the fucking he threw me
Pain
in the
brought you
fucking,
online.
Yeah, threw me in the fucking tub or whatever.
Maybe pain in my rectum where I was like, ah. Pain.
What?
Pain brought you online.
Yeah, you got pain in your rectum? Oh,
Whatever,
you shit
whatever,
yourself?
shit.
I was like, what?
Because mine would be when the cat
Coming out of the
attacked me.
closet right now? When a what?
When the cat attacked me, and then
That's your earliest memory?
That's probably the one like when I was
Yeah.
the littlest.
You
I
remember that
remember.
house we were in?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But
See?
like dad came and punted it.
Pain.
You punted the cat.
Mm-hmm.
So yours was your ass hurting.
I'm saying his was pain.
Yeah.
What's your first painful traumatic memory?
Why's it gotta be painful? It doesn't need to be painful. Maybe it's his mama fucking whispering in his ears.
Painful? I don't know.
What's your first memory though? Doesn't matter what it is.
Just being in
Doesn't
my,
have to be.
You don't want to tell. It's probably him jerking off or something.
no, just being in my childhood house. You know, like I guess
You don't have one.
be like
You're a robot. NPC.
me. NPC. Yeah, probably not a real person.
Starting to feel that way.
What's your first memory?
Kinda.
He's like, well, yesterday.
Yeah, I woke up.
I don't know. I just feel like I just remember
It's traumatic.
being with my sister in the living room.
Okay. Yeah.
She, I don't know.
How old do
being
you think you were?
Like 5.
5. Really?
Yeah.
How old are you? 5. How old do you think you were? You were 2 or something
Yeah, I
like
was
me.
young.
I was 2 when that happened to me.
And I think the reason I remember it is because Dad used to talk about it a lot. He used to tell that story a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
His big moment. Saved his
No,
baby.
it's just funny. Like, I don't even remember the pain about it. I remember the funny part of him kicking it.
I don't remember nothing being funny
Punching the
about that
cat.
morning. I remember him being fucking mad as hell. And I remember him kicking that cat and storming around all mad. And, like, he was always like that when he was younger.
They got it neutered before they brought it home, and then it woke up at our house after having been neutered.
Yeah.
And that was, like, the way it like,
So
freaked out.
before they brought it home,
Mm-hmm.
so this cat was living at the veterinarian office, town or something.
Kind of.
All right,
He's
so
at the house.
he's at-
Somebody had it. Somebody owned
somebody
it.
had it,
Yeah.
took it to the vet, took it and surrendered it.
Yeah.
So they put it to sleep. I lived there for probably a
Yeah.
week or two,
Yeah.
and then somebody's like, "Hey, I'd like to take that home." All right, now you're going to trip out on this. Go to sleep. I'm going to cut your nuts off. And then you're going to wake up in a whole different.
I was the first face it saw, so it was just like,
Yeah, and then you get punted.
I'm sure you were like, kitty, kitty.
And then the kid gets punted for attacking the baby.
God damn.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I know he pissed all over the wall. He sprayed anyway one last time.
Oh, the cat died?
No, like it sprayed, not blood, like urine.
yeah, we
It
just
was like
took
a
it
male
back after
cat. They
that.
would spray. Yeah, we got rid of it after that.
Ew.
Got another girl one, I think, or something.
Well, not everybody can be cool.
Yeah.
Was Naomi the first cat?
If you could talk to an animal for a day, would you? And what animal?
Tiger.
A tiger?
Tiger.
What would you ask it?
Nothing.
Nothing?
What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Y'all here getting tiger puss? Tell me which way to call in, because the tigers, they just call, and the fucking female tigers come to them. They're just like, they just moan around, and then the fucking women find them.
Right. And the women are the ones who do all the honey and.
And have you ever seen a tiger and a lion fight?
No.
Oh, yeah. The tiger always kicks the lion's ass.
Hmm.
The lion sits there on 3 paws and like just swipes with one hand, and the tiger gets up on both legs like an actual house cat and just fucking fucks them up. It's way better.
Too bad those mofos are going extinct.
Bro, they always say that shit.
I mean,
They've been going extinct for years.
Yeah, that's the fucking like okay, you just believe it?
I believe it.
You just believe it because they tell you?
I believe it.
Which
Shit.
the tigers or the lions?
He also
The
he also
tigers.
took the vaccine.
Fucking vaccine.
Fucking
took
had to. Okay. First of all,
I post something about it, like just joking around. I just like to fuck around, and he's like, he'll go, and I'll do it again.
Dude.
Like, damn, you should be paid by Pfizer, bro.
you know what?
You're not the only person who took the vaccine. A lot of people took it. So I took it. I took it twice.
Yeah. So fuck you.
You took it twice?
Yeah.
I took it twice. I only took it once.
I've been hanging out with a vaxxer.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I didn't
I'm
take-
doing a podcast with a vaxxer.
Yeah.
I didn't take that booster
Oh my
shot.
God.
I only
Go
took
up
that
so
first
high.
one.
Do what, John?
I said our views are going to go up so high.
Yeah, got two
Just
sides
put
of the
Vaxxer
coin
in
over
the
here.
titles.
Well, we can't all be as cool as me. So.
That's very true.
What about you, John? What animal would you talk to?
I would talk to dogs. I just think it'd be fun.
What do you think? You think you'd learn secrets?
No, I just think it'd be like they'd be so excited to talk to humans.
You like peanut butter?
Here, come here real quick.
I'd want to talk to other people's ducks.
Other people's ducks?
Dogs.
Oh. Why?
Oh, get like
Because
the feel
people
on
tell their
life.
dogs
So
everything.
you're looking for secrets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was going to
But
talk,
you don't like small talk. How are you going to even get into How are you even going to even...
What's the medium?
Well, that's how I was gonna do it.
Give 'em
What's the
food.
medium?
Yeah, I'm talking to a
parents,
dog.
the
It
owner.
doesn't make fun of me. That's how amazing is
Just
that?
pretend people are dogs.
That's how you end up in HR for a sexual harassment
There you
suit.
What?
Well, we found our peanut butter guy.
Yeah.
You don't own a dog, right?
No. No, I don't know any pets.
I wouldn't even say it like that. Like, I just didn't think you did.
Not after the whole grandmother pet incident.
So, do you want to tell that joke or no? Did you brought that up?
It just came to me, man. I don't know.
Okay.
You're going to talk about peanut butter. I'm like,
I forgot. I don't remember your joke. I just know you have a good joke.
Well, it's more of a story, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Like, there's no riddle to it.
You want to see if it's 1 minute?
Sure.
Time it? Let's time it.
I don't. It's going to be.
Do you not want to do it?
No, I want to do it.
Okay.
I just wait.
I don't
for
want you to
I'm waiting-
go crying about me bullying.
I'm just waiting for you to start bullying me right now about it or something like. That's not funny. Fuck you.
Jeez.
You suck.
Okay, I'm gonna really work on our relationship. Dude.
You're gonna go see couples therapy.
No, I'm just gonna try to be better to you.
All right, Jamie.
I'm not gonna talk any shit.
So what he's talking about? You see, this one night, I was fist fucking this fat bitch. Okay, and it's not a sexual
no.
thing. I just like having, this fuck. I just like that. It's like ASMR that you millennials like. Just hearing the sound, except it's visual as well. Just twop, 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 twop.
God damn.
It's a really good time.
For you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not a pretty time. Like I said, she's a big fat bitch. So anyway, I'm just twop, twop, twop. It's so relaxing. Well, then our grandmother walks in with a cat and a jar of peanut butter. And she goes, "Who's next?" So I'm like, "All right, Grandma. I'll let you show the cat how to lick peanut butter off my balls again."
53 seconds.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Not
You
bad.
think that's a Kill Tony joke?
If you say with this amount of confidence, yeah. If you
think
don't
you need
fucking
more.
shut down,
I don't shut down, dude.
yeah.
I told that story too many times to shut down.
If you don't stutter, and if you don't give them something to fucking tear you apart about, then yeah.
But neither one of them noticed when you said our grandma walked in the room.
Oh, they
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh,
Neither
yeah.
one of them caught that.
Nope.
So maybe
You
a
stress-
pause break or something.
Yeah, or stress it more. Then our
Yeah.
grandmother walked in the
Yeah.
room.
I don't know. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
You just gotta figure that out.
Our
Photo of
grandmother
it.
walks in the room with a cat and a jar of peanut
You
butter.
need a pause somewhere, like probably before the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give a little break or something, maybe, or it's like right after. But I don't know.
Like after the thwop, thwop, thwop.
Yeah.
And then, and I hate to say this, our grandmother walks in with a jar of peanut butter and a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something
And
like
then,
that. I don't know, I hate
the fun part,
Our
And
grandmother.
then to turn it up a notch, I don't know, something.
something.
Something
But
there.
it's under a minute. It's
Yeah.
7 seconds under a minute.
Yeah.
So,
So a
it's,
pause wouldn't hurt.
No,
because a
pause-
pause would give you a little bit. Yeah.
so
Yeah, something somewhere in there.
there we go.
There we go.
All right, time to go home.
Sign up for Kill Tony.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, it's Monday night. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
this
think
guy,
Shane Gillis is on there tonight with some other guy.
Oh, really? I'll watch that one.
it's just we got to take off
I-
work 2 days.
I clicked on the link this morning at like 10 a.m. just to see what it would say, like how many people were waiting, and it was like 105. Then I was like, oh, it must not actually be people waiting watching this screen. They're probably like just hit notify me, right?
Probably.
So that's like probably what it means.
Could have been like 100 people at that moment.
Or they hit that notify.
Oh, okay.
That's why like I usually thought it was people in that room or that whatever, you know. But I think it's like watching, because I think as the closer it gets to 8 o'clock, it'll tell you how many people are actually watching, waiting for the show to start.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones who sign up.
No.
You mean like on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that's actual people. Like just sitting there with like the tab.
So you think
open.
there was 105 people this morning
Yeah.
at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, there is some.
Just sitting on their computer, maybe, right?
Well,
Right,
they're
yeah.
probably not like sitting there waiting. Like they probably had the
it's
tab
kinda,
open.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. When you said tab, it kind of opened it up.
All right, so which is scarier? That humans are the most intelligent beings in the universe, or that there's more intelligent life form out there?
I don't know. Neither one are scary to me.
Us, because if we're the
Yeah,
most
have to choose,
intelligent
yeah.
and this is how we fucking turned out, then I lose a little faith in us.
Well, I don't know. You got to look at the world around you as you age, since you're so young.
Since I'm so young, though, yeah.
You should like, I don't know, like, but I sometimes get the thought that we're not evolving up. Like in some ways, But then in other ways, I feel like we're going backwards,
Mhm.
like with our phones and shit. Like
I think we just plateaued.
we're losing it. We're gonna lose it with AI probably. It's really gonna just do everything for us. But then when you listen to the Sumerian tablets and all that shit, they would talk about how the Anunnaki built us to ease their burden. And I was like, that's literally what we're doing. We're building AI to ease our burden. I was like, so it's so interesting. It's makes me wonder.
Ease our burden.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Huh.
It's like because they were tired of like digging all the fucking trenches they were trying to make our planet like formable, is what it was saying in one of them. And it was like they were like digging all the trenches and like all the rivers and all that shit, and they were tired of it. They've been doing it for like 3,000 years. Yeah. So I think about that, like that pattern repeating, because I I'm kind of like a fractal guy. I think we live in like a fractal universe. Like when you just look out here, you just see repeating patterns over and over and over and over and over.
We live in mathematical geometry.
Something.
Yeah.
That's why I get when people are like, "You live in a computer." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe,
Probably.
maybe, could have."
I can see there being like a
sequence.
level above us.
I won't
and a
ever
level
like
below us.
I won't ever put my fucking foot on one thing and say it's this. I think it's like a mystery, and I think you only find out on death.
Mhm.
I really do.
Stephen Hawking, he said our brain is a computer,
Yeah.
and when the computer parts fail, they're computer bricks. There is nothing, there's nothing else you can do with it. It just fades away.
You just quoted the most unimpressive human ever to me.
Stephen Hawking is not that impressive to you?
I like
Why?
He was on the Epstein Island, dude.
What, doing what?
Hopefully getting his little pickle tickle or whatever.
No, apparently his shit that he was into was fucking watching midgets do math.
That's folklore.
Folklore?
I'm just saying, he couldn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just like, this could be like a CIA plant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it's another one that's like when they say the ice caps are melting. Like, okay, like we're not there to see it.
Right.
Like,
So
and I've seen these photos
so
of
are you
like
saying,
I've seen
like-
these photos of like the sea level not moving from like 100 years. Like they'll show the picture and then you look at it now, it's like literally the same. And like it's like it was funny because there was like fact checkers are like saying that this isn't real, but it's like obviously in front of you, it's real. It's real that nothing has changed. Like it is just like
you're still looking at
you
a
don't really
photo,
know.
though.
You're just completely like fucking hypnotized. That's all that is. You really are. Like you just believe in everything that they tell you that you can't see. Like it's like a hidden thing. They're like, be careful, and with reason because you got COVID. You got COVID.
Oh my god.
It's understandable. It's
So
understandable.
now I gotta believe everything.
I'm just saying.
First of all, it wasn't my choice.
to get COVID.
To get obviously that,
Yeah.
but like no, like getting vaccinated.
But I'm just saying when they say the polar bears are like having a hard time, it's just like we don't really know that that's true. Like I could say whatever I wanted to on my fucking Twitter feed, like you know what I mean? It's just like they like to think that they don't fuck with you and like to get you to donate money or you know what I mean? Like they pull at your heartstrings and shit like that. Like if you ever watch Planet Earth, that guy is literally just talking about how bad humans treat the Earth. The whole fucking series. Like, I loved that shit at first. I was like, this is amazing. He's right and all this shit. But then it's just like, he just never shuts the fuck up. It's just like, you can shut the fuck up about us just always trashing everything. They're like, not for long. They'll soon be dead. Like, you know, like, it's just like.
so grim about
it's
it.
just like, shut the fuck up, man. Just let us enjoy what's here now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you going to be such a dick? Like, tell us all this bullshit, like, you know, what's going to happen in the future. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Nobody cares.
Well, I mean, the Earth changes. Like, I like how they say that solar flares don't affect our climate. That's my favorite thing. It's just like, that's pretty obvious that they affect the way that our fucking Earth is. You know what I mean? Like, that's 100% like gonna fucking increase the heat or decrease it and shit. But they're just like, no, it doesn't affect it. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Everything
Like,
affects us.
it's so crazy.
Everything only affects America.
Yeah.
Because, you know, our Independence Day is coming up, and that's the most important day in the world to us.
Yeah. I mean, I do like living here, but I do
not the
sometimes
rest of the
wonder.
world.
They make the rest of the world look like it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, I wonder what it's really like. I wonder if it's really as fucked up as they make it sound.
Whenever I first got online in, like, 98, one of those AOL chat room, and then went online to worldwide chat. And that's where, you type and you cyber sex or whatever you're trying to do. That's where I met the girl from Canada. So,
I figured.
But anyway, July 4th came out, and I remember, this wasn't me, this, these other Americans in this worldwide chat room were like, hey, everybody, happy July 4th. And they, you could see some Americans, yeah. And then you saw a bunch of British people and Asians and stuff like that. Fuck you, America. Fuck you, America. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like,
They just hate that we're number one, man.
we're number one in what?
I don't know. I'd rather fucking live here than live over there.
Of course, everybody would rather live here. That doesn't mean you're the best just because everybody wants to live there. That's actually...
If you could pick anywhere in the world to live, would it still be here?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm so
like you have,
acclimated
let's say
here.
you have like an unlimited amount of money. Where would you live?
Here.
Still here?
Still
Or where here?
Unlimited?
Huh?
Where here?
Where here?
Unlimited, yeah, unlimited amount. You could live wherever the fuck you want. You could live
Somewhere
wherever the fuck you want.
in the Midwest.
The Midwest, okay.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be the Highlands.
The Highlands.
I wouldn't live in. I would live away from everybody.
Yeah.
I'd have a.
What are Highlands?
The Scotland Highlands. Would,
Okay. Okay, you go to Scotland.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Like
those-
rain.
Yeah.
I think.
Rain, no sun.
Yeah, nobody talks to anybody.
Nobody talks to anybody. And I have unlimited money.
Yeah.
So whenever I want human interaction, I'll pay her. She comes see me. I'll have I can talk about Scooby Doo for 30 minutes, whatever I want to do because I have unlimited
I
money.
don't even think about Scooby Doo lately.
And then she goes away. Again, and then I can just play Baldur's Gate for 24 hours straight. I can do whatever I
Yeah,
want
on
to
the
do.
biggest TV ever.
Watch TV and streaming that thing like they do on Twitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, making more money
24/7
on top of your
live stream.
unlimited money. Why not?
Well,
World's richest man streaming king, just getting richer by the second. Like
So more deep in the
that would be
Scotland
fucking
Islands.
hilarious.
well,
Right.
people they make movies out of these games. 'Cause,
They do.
These multiplayer games, you get 4 people online playing that game, like going on an adventure together, not fighting each other, but even like Red Dead Redemption. We're familiar with or GTA 5.
Yeah.
And they'll make movies out of their, and get thousands upon millions of views, and you're like, fuck, that'd be awesome.
I had an idea one time. I was like, if I just fucking made it like so rich, I would just fucking take cruise after cruise after
After
cruise
cruise?
after
Yeah.
cruise. I'd just see how long I could do it. Just see how long.
I don't think there's a limit.
You can buy it. You can
yacht,
buy
yeah.
a condominium on a traveling cruise, and that's where they live.
What?
What?
Yeah,
I think I have heard of that, yeah.
yeah, they have
It
that.
happened during the pandemic, didn't it?
Yeah, and it just
That's
became a thing.
amazing.
You had to be ultimately, like really, really rich.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, just
Wow.
write a blank check, to cover the, to here.
Yeah, here's your house.
Yeah.
Here's your house. Anytime you want to come, just come.
It's
That's-
like they have timeshare ones, and then they have real ones where it's just you
That's cool.
buy a condominium.
That's cool. You're like, I don't want to buy a yacht.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
with a yacht, you still have to worry about everything. You have to worry about the help.
Yeah.
You have to worry about servicing it. But you buy this this basically this hotel
Everything
room,
else is.
Yeah.
and then for what you're paying, they have the entertainment. They have like a cruise all the time.
You'd probably see like all the same stuff though, like over and over again. unless you're
Yeah,
just
I'm
chilling.
sure. Yeah. I'm sure. But it'd be new people every time. So
That's true.
So you'd probably be like the friendliest guy on the boat.
Yeah. Everybody would know you too.
Yeah. Like all the people that work there. It'd be awesome, dude. You'd just be like VIP, motherfucker. You basically live there.
Mhm.
That would be cool as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would make a good movie.
Yeah.
Like a Van Wilder type thing.
Yeah. Then he finally decides to get married, so he's got to get off
Yeah.
the boat. All that Hollywood
Romantic
garbage.
plot
Yeah,
line.
that would be a good garbage ass movie.
y'all probably put a chick in it, and make it gay.
Yeah.
Call it
They
Star
gotta have a
Wars.
little love scene.
Oh my God, Star Wars.
Hey, what do you know about your neighbor, and what do they know about you? Because I don't know anything about my neighbors. We're close.
But the sign says open.
It's because
I
Jay
thought
doesn't
it
know how to
was
turn
a door.
off the sign.
I was gonna say.
Anyway,
Because I don't know my neighbors
At all?
at all.
I know all mine.
What do you know? Like, do you know anything about them?
Are you like trying to lead me? Go ahead. Who's farting? That's killing it. Somebody's killing it over here. These two are just probably farting.
No, none of us are farted. I can't even smell anything. Jamie, can you get? No,
I don't
it's all
smell
you.
anything, but I have some
It's all you.
Anyway,
You said the question was.
Like, I don't know my neighbors.
yeah.
Nobody, like nobody does,
So my neighbor across the street messaged me on Instagram one night while this guy was like tattooing this fake arm, and she's like, and I'm like trying to stay like I should have never even looked at the message because I'm trying to like focus and like teach him something, right? And but there's like a dull moment, so I fucking like pull out my phone and I open Instagram and look at it, and she's like messaging me if I know whose cat the orange cat is, and I'm like, no, I don't know whose cat that is, and she's like, she's pregnant again, I'm just gonna take this cat and get it fixed, and I go, what the fuck, don't do that. I was like, that shit would make me mad if it was my cat and somebody did that, so I was like, don't do that shit. And she's like, well, I'm always the one, feeling the burden and all this shit, and I was like, yeah, because you want to. And she's like, well, I'm tired of this cat getting raped. And I go, oh, okay. I go, you mean the way they fuck? And she's like, wow. Oh, my God. She goes, from the Cheapseats. So that reminds me. I wanted to change the name of the podcast to the Cheapseats.
that's hilarious.
Because I feel like that's better. You know what I mean? Because she was like, and I was just sitting there thinking, like, bitch, I own like 5 houses or some shit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, cheap seats. Like, I was just like, this bitch here. Like, she got under my skin with that comment.
Cheap seats.
And,
I think we should definitely call the podcast that.
I think so
Cheap
too.
Seats.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's a good one. And because we're just taking cheap shots at everybody anyway, right? So
Yeah, each other.
Yeah.
Mainly me at your expense.
I gotta buy you flowers or what?
Like we like
So
living in a
sensitive
hospital.
now that you got a
Also
girlfriend.
manipulated right now.
But yeah, she said all that, and she's like, I was just like, oh my God, stop talking to me. And she's like, I know your mother. I wasn't gonna argue with you. And I was like, stop talking to me. And I go, she wouldn't like you right now. So, and she's like, wow. And like, I was just like, she got under my skin pretty good. Like, I was gonna ask her husband, and he's like this real effeminate man. I was gonna ask him like what the fuck her problem was, but I just decided not to. So like, I'll just leave it alone.
He won't say anything. If
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, it's just like I was at first. I was so mad. I was like, I was gonna tell her to not
Hey.
fucking let her, message me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I can't understand what she talks about anyway. I think she's just drunk. So I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, if
ever,
she's the
dude?
man of the house and she has the vagina,
Yeah,
she
is the
probably
man of
has
the
to be
house.
to deal with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. She makes the rules. It definitely seems like.
Would you rather lose all your memories and start over, or never make new ones?
That's a tough one.
Would I rather lose all my memories and start over from right here?
Uh huh.
But you would, if the other alternative is you would never make a new memory.
Do you have like a pair of dice in your office that you're with these
So,
fucking things and you're rolling them around, coming up with crazy questions?
So
Like,
it's basically get dementia.
yeah,
or
it
be
seems like a
born again.
lose-lose.
Yeah, or be born again. Do I get to keep these memories from this life? If I
So
do
if you
born
never make a
again?
new one, you still retain everything else, though, right?
Right.
And then what happens? I'm just bumbling along
Yeah.
and I don't remember anything.
Not from
Yeah,
this
so
day
it's just
forward.
dementia.
Yeah.
I guess start over.
I mean, I'm driving him home anyways. And then when I get him there, Jenny will take over.
I guess start over. Like, oh, you're my girlfriend? I like you? Okay.
These are my kids? Okay.
I lick it like this? Oh. She'd have me like, she'd love it. She'd fucking love it. She's like, you're so sweet to me. You always rub my feet. Like,
Buy me stuff all the time.
yeah.
You let me hug you.
Yeah. Jeez.
I'll take dementia. Dementia.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd take the measure then, maybe. No, I don't want dementia. Just start over and hopefully I learn it all over again.
The peg and just close that deal.
Yeah, I don't want to be pegged. Yeah.
All right, so ghost. If you had to be a ghost, where would you want to haunt?
Everywhere.
Just randomly?
Randomly.
I'd haunt a church.
Yeah, no, just randomly all over. Just causing mayhem. Just causing fun times.
Just randomly like a ball.
Yeah, I think it would be a ball. I wouldn't even do bad stuff. I would just steal like $10 out of a lady's purse. And like, shit like that. Like little shit. All little shit. Let the air out of somebody's tire or something. You know, like, all little mischief.
Inconvenience.
Yeah, I just want to stop you up a little bit.
Slow everybody's days down.
Where did you want to haunt?
I said a church because I
That's
feel
it?
like it would either freak people out and it'd be funny, or they'd like think I was like Jesus, like actually come to the church.
Well, Jesus, he did, for like a day or three. He like appeared as a ghost before he faded off in the distance.
So they say.
So you
So
could be
they
the
say.
second.
So they say.
You could actually start a cult. Because you come back and like, I'm the second coming, but only you guys can see me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you
I
can
just
get
do
real
it to
creative
only
with
hot
that.
girls.
Would they be able to see you at all? Or
That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, you're a
They'll be
ghost.
like, I just put on a little weight, but I mean, I look roughly the same.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you're a
you make
ghost.
them spill some baking soda or something, and it just lands on you. And
Yeah.
then they can see you. Yeah,
Something.
that's it.
Or, like, as a ghost, you just, your apparition, you can make it whatever you want to be. It's just, your conscious being.
I probably just walk. I just probably go to neighborhoods and start walking through the walls. Walk through this house. Walk through the next house. Just walk. Because, like, if, like, an apocalypse type thing ever happened, like, I would definitely go through every house in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just to see what some of them look like. Because I drive by some, I'm like, I wonder what that house is like inside. You know? So I would fucking definitely just walk through the walls. All right, this is what you do. You guys live like this?
Yeah,
Just fuck out of
Be
here.
like, damn, I've been living next to this
Yeah.
entire fucking
Or
time.
get surprised by what you see behind some
Oh,
people's
you know
walls.
you will. You know you
Like,
will.
wow, he really does beat you.
Yeah.
I thought you were just beating
Yeah.
Damn, what'd you say?
What did you do to deserve that?
And then, I don't know. I was mad about something with my other neighbor, but I like got over it. I don't remember what it was. He's just annoying.
Oh,
He got hit.
somebody annoys you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
we
he
should.
tries. He tries.
Maybe we should have him on the. You should ask him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty.
He would just yell.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
yells.
Yell about
he's,
what?
He's handicapped. He's on half his body, and he got pistol whipped when he was real young, and so he's like got that going against him, and he just yells at everybody. He just yells at everybody.
Get off my lawn, Sonny.
Yeah, and I told him one time that I would never hurt him when he yelled at me, and I was like, and he said something, and I was like, I would never fucking hurt you. And I was like, he was thinking I was gonna hurt his kid or something one day because I was yelling at his kid, and I was like, dude, you yelled at my fucking kid, and he's like, when did I yell at him? And I told him, and he's like, okay, and he goes, why didn't you say nothing? And I go, because I knew you weren't gonna cross a line. I was like, I'm not trying to cross a line with your kid. I'm not gonna fucking hit him. I go, just like I'm not gonna cross the line with you. And I feel like I gave him a green light to yell at me. And so he always trying to he yelled at me about something else, and I was just like, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you. And then he tried to be like, okay, well, I'm talking normal now, like, you know what I mean? And I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm not fucking talking to you. Like, we
Damn.
could try again some other time. And then I was just angry at him for a long time because of that. Like, I don't like to be yelled at. Like, it's hard for me to restrain myself. It's like not a fair fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to restrain myself. Like, I'm just at the point now where I'm just gonna be like, if I really just want to tell him sorry all the time. Like, I'm sorry because I know I've done some shit that hasn't been like the best, and I feel bad about it, and I wish we didn't have this thing between us because like we kind of like know each other from childhood.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to fucking live next to somebody that, like, I don't like or that we don't get along, you know what I mean? And so I want to, like, I think about it constantly, but it's just like when I see him, he's just, like, walking around, limping around with a fucking mean mug on his face, and it's like,
You should ask.
today's not today, like, you know what I
Hey,
mean?
how
Like,
was your weekend?
yeah, that's what I should ask him. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just,
You want to ask
And
me?
I'm sure he's like, like emasculated, like, you know what I mean? He's not like,
He's fucking wheelchair bound. I'm
not
sure.
really, but he can walk
No.
around and stuff. But it's
Uh.
just like, he's got that going against him, and like, like I understand, I understand all that, and I could totally understand like why he's angry in general. You know what I mean? I get it. Like it's got to be a terrible experience he's going through.
Maybe you should offer him some medicine.
Nah, I don't have any anyway.
What's a justified paranoia you have, such as some folks will put tape over their PC camera because they think somebody's going to watch them through it?
What'd you say?
Yeah, have you ever seen somebody with tape over their camera on their computer?
Or have you
Yeah.
heard about it?
Yeah.
I've done it. Yeah.
Okay, but nobody's watching you,
Okay.
but you still put it there because you're paranoid. That's what I mean.
They
It's a
say they
justified.
can watch you though.
Do what?
Somebody said they can watch you though.
Somebody
you
said
believe
I've
everything
seen
you hear?
videos. I've seen videos of people watching people's
Right, so it's a
cameras.
justified paranoia.
Okay.
So what's a justified paranoia that you have?
That, I guess. I don't know. A justified paranoia?
Yeah.
It's not really a paranoia if it's justified, is it?
It's paranoid. I'm paranoid somebody's watching me through the camera on my computer, so I'm gonna put tape over it.
And that's is justified or it's not?
To you, it's justified, but I'm
I just try things. So they're like, "Oh, you should do this." I'm like, "Okay." You jacking off in front of your computer? Yeah. Put some tape over that thing. Oh, okay. I know you've got that fucking email where they're like, "I caught you through your fucking camera."
Nah.
Jacking off. You haven't got that?
No.
I've got that. I got an
Really?
email like that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "We saw you. We hacked your computer. You must send this much in Bitcoin." And I just like, I like at first I was a little panicky, and I was like, "Wait, I don't got nothing to be ashamed of." I was like, "My dick's probably all over the place anyway. Like I was sending that bitch out back in the day. like you didn't even ask for it. You was getting it. Like
Oh, you're one of those.
At one time.
Yeah.
At one time.
One time. I mean, I would just try to speed up the fucking process. Like, let's just get to it
Right.
where we're going here.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I would find out, and usually it worked. So
The penis should be, put
I only had one person that told me they would never that never talk to me again, and they told me that beforehand. They were like, if you ever send me, because they were talking about somebody else sending them one, and I was like, and you're not gonna talk to them ever again? And she's like, no, fuck that. And I was like, what? But she's like a complete fucking freak.
Yeah.
A complete fucking freak. Like, before you fuck her, she's like gonna tell you like all the things she likes. She likes to be choked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a long list.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're obviously like crazy, freaky, but you don't want to get a dick pic.
It's
Yeah.
weird. They have their fucking lines in the
fuck
sand, and I
up.
guess
Yeah.
that's one of them. I guess you didn't want it or something.
Well, no, like so I ended up sending it to her after like the day after that because she's like texting me and I didn't want to like talk to her. Like she's like she was like
okay.
allergic to latex and shit, and so I was like, and I wasn't about to raw dog this bitch that talks like a complete whore all the time.
Allergic to
Like
latex.
she literally talks about like what she likes like constantly when you're just talking to her. Like she'd come in here as a customer and just talking to her, and she would say shit like that.
Yeah.
And like at my other shop, and she was like, oh, she say.
Like making that her whole personality.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like you definitely feel
yeah,
it, and then she
definitely
would be
somebody
flirty
that-
with me, and then
it's a
so she would
walking-
like texting me the next day, like, and I know it. She was trying to get me to talk to her, and so I just sent her my dick, and never heard from her again.
Well, there you go.
Solid.
She stuck to her
Problem
guns.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she was true. She wasn't lying.
Shoot to her word. All
She
right.
wasn't lying.
Well, my dick used to get sent out from women to other guys when they'd text them one.
Say what now?
What?
Because when the whole dick pic craze came about, I was married,
Okay.
but
So your wife would get dick pics?
No, I was flirting online with like on Kick and Tumblr and
Okay.
those things like that. But I was kind of upfront about it. But eventually, the whole hey, here's my penis.
Yeah.
But they would. I found out that they were using that to send to other people. Like they get dick
Catfishing.
pics.
Yeah.
They would send mine.
You're a hog, huh?
Yeah.
you got a show pony over there.
Or something to laugh at. I don't know what. I just thought that was hilarious.
That'd be horrifying. No, I'm saying if somebody sent you a dick back. Like, whoa, fuck.
That's why I don't send them. That's what I'm,
Just want to see your butt, not
I
your
don't-
dick.
fuck are we? If numbers weren't even real, how old would you be? Or do you think you'd be?
30. Probably my 30s. I feel something like that.
Probably.
But I mean, like, so if numbers don't exist at all,
Right.
so you would have to
like,
make up something.
Yeah, like how they, just
Oh, wait, are we
I'm
talking
just
about a
being
deeper
moved.
level, though?
like 33. I've been.
Or are we
30
talking about how do you feel right now? Like-
33.
like,
I feel like I've been on this earth.
oh, we're talking like that.
Like
Okay, like deep.
33 rotations of the sun.
Yeah.
Like they didn't call them years or numbers.
Oh, no,
back
I
then.
don't know. I think I've lived this fucking life over and over a billion times.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that a lot, actually. I wonder, like, how many times. Because, like, as a kid, I was really obsessed with Elvis. Like, really obsessed. And, like, as a young age, and I didn't even really, I just thought he was really cool. And I remember, like, he came out with a stamp. Do you remember that? The Elvis stamp? Like, that was a big deal for me. Like, it was a really big deal for me. And I was, like, 7 or some shit like that. So, like, sometimes, and I had, like, 2 Elvis tattoos. Because I feel like the way he died is so, like, it's so epic. Like, to die on the toilet, you're king of the fucking universe. But, but then you hear the real story with him being kind of, like, stuck into his contract and shit. It's like, oh, you're kind of, like, in a golden cage. But you're, like, everybody wanted to be you. You were, like, the guy. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what your real life was, everybody thought you were the guy. And then you die on the fucking toilet.
You ever been to his house?
No, but I would love to.
How old was him and
It's good.
Priscilla?
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like the fact that I had it on there now. But like sometimes I think like, was I Elvis in a last life? But then I'm just like, you're just being crazy. But I like to, be imaginative.
I agree with you about it, and I remember watching. I'm being a few years older. I think whenever he died, I can't remember whenever like the news reports whenever he died.
Yeah,
but
I don't think I was very old if I was born.
Right. I don't remember how old I was. I just remember the news reports on the little black and white 13-inch television at Grandma's house and how sad she was.
Born.
Because of like she was into music and a lot of and then mom mom and Artie, like they grew up in Elvis' age.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you, and it was really, really cool. I would but then when as an adult, it's 40 years later you learn. He's also a pedophile.
Yeah.
But back then,
my grandpa, dude. Like when I found out about my grandpa and my grandma, it was like she was like 13, he was like 21.
Yeah.
And I read her diary about him, and she was like, he was the best roller skater at the rolling rink. And, and so when I'm going through all her shit, right, I find this photo, and it is like literally about this fucking big. No lie, this fucking big, and it is my grandpa's face and my grandma's face in the back of a car, and my grandpa's on top of my grandma. So somebody took a picture of them fucking in the car.
Yeah.
And like I found this picture though, and I was just like, oh, that's a funny little thing. That's a funny little picture to find. You know what I mean? Like that's so funny because it's like that's my grandma's porno. You know what I mean? Like that's my grandma's porno. It was so fucking crazy. It was cool to find it. I was like, I bet she cut it this small just to hide it and shit. You know what I mean?
Just to hide it.
Probably had it in a locket that she kept in her pussy or something. Like
memories.
But he was like way older, and I just remember reading the story and I'd be like, what?
That's
21 and
crazy.
13.
That's how we used to get down back then.
I don't think there was that many people here. I think that was another part of it. They were in Iowa, like farm country and shit. So
there's nothing up there.
There was nobody there, and so it's like that's probably just how it went.
And back then they didn't really hey, let me have your daughter, or hey, will you take my daughter? I have too many mouths to feed.
Yeah.
Do you know the timestamp between when they started talking and when they got married?
No.
Because that's also another fucking crazy thing.
Probably pretty short.
Yeah.
Those days, it was
Yeah,
quick.
probably.
Like they'll talk
Who
to each other
knows?
for like
Yeah.
2 weeks and then get married after
I
a
don't
month.
remember. I just know it instantly didn't work out. I remember my grandpa was telling me that my grandma, he came home with a case of beer and she threw it out in the snow and he couldn't find it. And he was like so mad. And basically, because I was like really young, asking him why they weren't together. And that's what he told me. He's like, she threw my beer out in the snow.
I wonder how you felt after
And then
saying
he
that so many
constantly
years ago.
asked me growing up if there was a Superman picture in her attic. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so I ended up going up in her attic looking for a picture of Superman that he drew that he wanted back. I was like, and I remember when I was up there looking for it, I was like, this bitch wasn't going to keep that shit. She thought he was a loser and shit. So, like,
You never found it?
Do you have any of your
No.
drawings from back when you were 17 to 20 years old?
yeah. I have the ones my grandma had that I gave her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he probably drew that and gave it to her.
I don't know. But he was just mad about it. I just remember him talking about it, and he was mad about it. Like, and I was just like, these bitches hadn't been together for like 30 years or whatever, you know?
They're
Like,
still together in heart.
yeah. Like, he still liked her.
In that
He had some
fucking
big
Superman
old
photo.
titties. Yeah, he had some big old titties, dude.
And she was a freak in the car.
Yeah, right? At a young age, obviously.
13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Built like a brick shit house.
Crazy.
Way to go, Grandma.
Yeah. Oh, you just see him in the back of a window. It's just this little tiny picture. I don't even know where it's at. I was just like, that's fucking wild.
That is wild.
But since you asked me that, it reminded me of another story, and that's when. So growing up, my dad was always like, "You gotta wait till you're married." He did that with you too. Just wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. Like don't have sex till you're married. Don't have sex. And I was just like in one ear, out the other. I was like, whatever, dude. Like I don't understand what you're talking about right now. And
what age?
and so like he made it sound like they fucking dated for fucking ever. Like I thought they dated for a long time. You know what I mean? Before they got married. And so then when he was dying, like he had cancer, and like we were at this Japanese restaurant eating sushi with my uncle and my aunt at that time, and my aunt asked them like how long they dated before they got married. And my dad, I remember like my dad was wearing a diaper and shit. He shouldn't have been at the restaurant. I remember feeling like that the whole time. I was like, he shouldn't be at this restaurant right now. Like it's just too much. And but they were like, how long were you guys dating? And my parents were like 2 months, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no wonder why y'all just got married so you could fuck. Like I was just like, my whole life I thought it was so much longer.
I got caught with a girlfriend in high school at
Yeah.
the house. We hadn't had sex, but we were like about to, and Mom caught me. And she
always
told
do
me that they had an opportunity before they got married to, and Dad said no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So like he stuck to his guns about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But and she was like his first real relationship.
she was like, oh, his?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him talking about some girl before that, but it wasn't much.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a high school thing.
Fuck that.
Fuck
Hmm?
that.
I'd still be a virgin
If what?
if I was waiting till marriage.
You probably did. You probably shoot up a school or something.
So much pent up rage.
After I got out of high school and then go back and shoot one
Yeah.
up just
Yeah.
because, can't get no pussy. I don't even know why people get married.
Yeah. I don't either.
Yeah, that kind of confuses me because it's like, to me, it's just more paperwork from what I see. You know, like it's just now you gotta change different things because of your name or whatever you do with your title, and then if y'all are paying for stuff, like say like the house mortgage, now you gotta put her name on it or his name on it.
You don't have to be married to do that.
No,
No.
well,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just put your right.
You can do everything that married couples can do without getting the government and lawyers involved.
yeah. So it's like, and then obviously, it's the wedding.
You get cheaper taxes, I think.
Really,
You claim dependents, yeah.
dependents. Well, you see,
With
there you go.
kids.
With kids, yeah.
But but with mom and but with the, if it's just you and your wife working, you don't get that much of a
But
Yeah.
you have to file together, right?
yeah
Yeah, it just
you have
seems
to have
like
a
so
joint
much
bank
work.
shit like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So
I don't think you have to these
Never
days.
gonna be me.
It just seems
But
like so
yeah.
much work.
it is. It's too much work, and then the whole wedding day, and
We have to like marry somebody that's like on the same page with you, especially if you're gonna do all that.
Okay, that's
You know
what I
what I
mean.
mean?
True.
They have to be really on the same page. And that's one thing I realized about being with people because I've lived with enough.
If they're really on the same page with me, then there's no reason to get married.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if they're on that much of
Yeah.
the same page with me. Because that whole religion thing is fucking stupid. If you're gonna get married, do it like they did back, that whenever you just walked at somebody and, hey, give me your daughter, I'll take her, I'll take on the burden of raising her.
Is that how you want life to be?
Or I'm just saying that if you want to be a traditional wedding or a traditional marriage, go back to the day whenever it wasn't, it wasn't, solicitation. It was, will you take my daughter and this cow and half an acre of land?
Yeah, I would like to get something out of it. I used to say that.
Yeah.
Like they need to bring that dowry back.
Yeah.
They really do. Oh, cool.
Oh, fun fact. I learned about this thing about like why they call the best man. It's like way back when they would hold wedding ceremonies, like enemy, like I guess territories and kingdoms would come and try to take the bride.
Oh yeah.
So the groomsmen would have the best swordsman by his side.
Yeah.
So at first it was best swordsman, and then obviously as time went on, less of that shit would happen.
Did they also tell you that's why they stand where they stand?
No.
So because the guy would have his right hand free, because that was usually his sword hand.
Yeah.
So he would his bride would always be on his left arm, so he could have his sword arm ready to pull it out. Yeah.
But that makes sense though, because
Yeah.
like I read up on it, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
You read up on it, or you watched the video?
I watched the video, then I read up on it. I watched the video, then I read up on it, because I was like,
Clean it up.
I
Don't
cleaned
defend
it up.
yourself. It's okay to use technology.
You want me to be mean to him now?
Bring him.
That make you happy? Will that make you happy?
Can you? What? Hi, Jamie. It's very nice to meet you. Fucking piece of shit, man. He can't have somebody else talking. And he can't have me talking to somebody else without him interjecting.
Oh, damn, did I do that? I don't ever see it till I watch it again later. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so rude. Like when we had Andrea on, when I watched that one, I was like, fuck, I didn't even let Andrea say anything. It's like, shit. I felt so bad. All right, I'm gonna be quiet now, guys.
Well, there goes all our content.
Yeah.
All right, there. I guess we can end the video now.
Yeah, he doesn't even make a list. He doesn't do any. He just buys some stuff to replace some stuff that I had, and he provides the building. And he's like, all right, you guys set all up. You guys ask questions.
So he's
Right.
more the producer, and you're more the producer assistant.
There we go.
Oh shit! Table turn.
Oh shit! Doing some
You
producing.
ready to quit? Grab his fucking microphone.
Start doing some fucking producing.
Well, you know what? We could make like your own show. I was thinking about that. Fuck, I can't remember now. I should have wrote it down. I'm really bad about that. I get a lot of good ideas, and they just go.
But
into
you don't know
evil.
how to write. So.
Yeah, I can't spell.
He's good with words.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just can't spell. Yeah, unless they're like 3 letters and it's something odd. He goes, no, that's a chemical. All right, fuck it. That's a chemical. XIA.
I just remember I seen a video.
See?
And I don't remember what it is right now. It's like XI or
Yes, I
something.
learned it by watching YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how I learned all my stuff.
All my stuff.
I don't have to read like a gay person. Watch, guys, I'm going to read a book. Oh, you're so special with
Is that the vibe I'm giving off?
with your 145 IQ.
Did he take a test and that's what showed up?
Why you put
145?
words and sentences
Oh, you don't know the
together?
story?
Nah, I just
Okay.
keep hearing Barry say
I'll call it.
145 IQ, and I was like, well, that kind of.
So I was in class one day. I hated school. I fucking hated school. I just went to talk to people and to fuck with people and shit. And so they pulled me out of class one day, and they take me to the library, and they gave me this test. And I remember it was the easiest test ever, because it wasn't like when did something happen, or like what is the,
Yeah.
it wasn't like anything like that. It was just like put these puzzles together. And so I put she times you. And so I did it, and it was like she would already have like a shape on the table, and all I had to do is arrange these Tetris-looking things in the shape, and just do it fast, basically.
Yeah.
And so I would just do it, and it was easy. It was just bam, 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 bam. And then she showed me the little Rorschach test, where they do like that. I didn't understand why they were doing that part, but she showed me that part.
Yeah.
And that was the only parts I remember. I don't really remember anything else, and there might have been other shit on the test. And then so I go home the next day after that. And my mom's got this big dumb face, like big stupid look on her face, and it's just like she's like giddy.
Oh,
And so
really?
I'm like, I go, what? And she's like, you remember taking a test yesterday? And I go, yeah. And she goes, She goes, well, that was an IQ test. And I go, oh, really? Right? Instantly, I was just like, oh, really? I go, what did I score? And she goes, I'm not going to tell you because you'll just be an asshole to everybody. And so I was like, she kind of gave me the green light. You know what I mean? Just to be the asshole anyway.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, but she was like, basically like they started talking to me about getting out of school at that point because they were like, you obviously are just fucking around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not for you. And I was like, my friends. You know what I mean? I cried. Not probably everything. Because I was like, I remember when they told me I couldn't go to school anymore. It wasn't right then, but it was later. And they were like, no, you just get in trouble and all this shit. And so I was just like, whatever. And so anyway, she dies. And so I go through everything that she owned, like everything. I didn't want to leave any stone unturned. So I read every paper and I came across my IQ and it was like 141. And so I was like, oh, cool. Or 142. I can't remember which one now. I think it was 142. And I was just like, dope. You know, I just buried the paper back in the box and put it in the attic or whatever.
What grade was this when you first took it?
Ninth grade.
Ninth grade?
Yeah, it was like ninth grade. And it was, it was definitely my first time in ninth grade. Because I didn't do anything. I just had like zeros basically and 30s and 50s in my classes. I just literally just didn't do anything.
Because you were too smart for them.
I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. And it's like I knew the consequences. I knew I was going to get in trouble. But it's just like I just couldn't, like, I couldn't do it. I was just like, fuck this place. Like, I would get home from school and I didn't want to study. Like, dude, get out of here. There was always like,
what am I, fucking nerd?
It was always like when I look back upon my life, because a lot of it was frustrating as I was growing up. I was just like, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why I like did these things. Like, why couldn't I have been better? Like, why couldn't I have done differently? But it's like when I look back on those, it was like I was on a path, and it's like the path just wasn't open to me yet. But it's just like, my dad came outside one time with a stick over his shoulder, and like I had fucking skipped school and got drunk for the first time, and I threw beer cans in every one of my neighbors' yards, except for our yard. I didn't want to put them in our trash can because I didn't want them to find them in the trash can, so I threw them, and I was drunk, and I threw them in everyone else's yard, and my mom came home and was like, the fuck? The fuck is beer cans in everyone else's yard? And like my dad came outside with a stick because we had gotten in a fight like previously, and I kind of got the better of him, and he held this stick over his shoulder and was like, I never hit you. And I was just like, okay. And I just knew where we were about to be, so I just like left home and and I just left at like 15 or 16, and that was it. But I just knew where we were about to be. We were about to be in stepdad beats me land. You know what I mean? And then life was about to be really rough, and who knows what would have happened. So I just left. I just woke up and they were gone. I woke up the next day, everybody was gone, and I just grabbed like an ounce of weed that I had. And I put it. I took my shoes and I left. And I slept in like kids' playgrounds and shit like that. I slept behind this playground, like daycare. I slept in their playground for like a few days, and then I slept in a church playground because it was soft, sleeping on the rocks. It was soft, and then eventually I called my real dad, and he came pick me up. And then we tried high school again, and that didn't work out again, so same problem.
They didn't have education for us back then.
Yeah.
It's either bow down and do what you're told. Mm-hmm. Like, it felt like back then, it felt like, I don't know do y'all know what an Etch-a-Sketch is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it felt like, that's what school felt like back then for us. Was they would jam all this information, and you'd take a test, and you're shaking through all that, and then learn a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
There was no continuity, and there was,
That's how I was in school. That's why I never fucking did good at those end of the year tests where they combine everything. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I was never good at like retaining that information. I was like the Etch-a-Sketch. Like, I would do good on those previous tests. I would do 100s, 95s, and just bangers, and then at the end of the year,
hell yeah, bangers,
well, fucking 100s, 95s, and then at the end of the year, I'd get screwed. I'm like, fuck.
That's why like in high school I really started doing bad, because like in middle school you could just fucking fail all fucking year.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year you just gotta hustle.
Yeah.
You just gotta, oh no, I gotta get this done, and then you get it all done, and so I would pass, no problem. And like, but high school is a different story. That was a different beast.
I was graced by COVID because it hit my freshman year, and then over here in Texas, freshmen are required to take like 4 different STAR tests, and we got exempted from all of that.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a free year for freshmen. So I got so fucking lucky.
Yeah.
All I had to, I think all I had to take was 1 STAR test my entire high school career, and then that was it.
And did you graduate?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
I forgot what they called our STAR test, but it was like
Tease, team. It's been all sorts of stupid ass.
Mine was the toss.
Toss.
Toss, yeah.
Yeah, toss.
Toss test.
With the little fill in the bubbles,
Yeah.
Cantrons.
Yep. Just fucking around on that shit too.
Making pictures and shit.
Yeah.
I remember those things first came out, and they didn't, the school couldn't afford a machine for every classroom. Like, they would have one machine, and usually everybody was, so the teacher would make a key, and just hold it over. That's like, oh, that's really smart. And then I stole her key. I used to be the fat nerd that would like dust the, the
You like a
fucking
teacher's
erasers.
pet? Oh, you used to bang the erasers?
Yeah, and shit like that after school or during recess, because, if I went out for recess, I just got bullied. So then, they were like, well, you can stay. So eventually I built up their trust, and she would leave and probably go drink or something, during lunch. And after, when I learned the Scantron, it didn't take much.
Really? You're cheating?
You get it, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a blank Scantron, from cause out of the office supply room. And then, you have that, and then whenever they fuck off, you take their key that they would get, and you start marking it all in. And then when they're, take all their stuff out, you had your Scantron, you just kind of just slide it out of a pocket, and you just look like a normal Scantron.
I used to cheat when I was homeschooled. My mom homeschooled me in the third grade to
How the fuck
6th
do you
grade.
cheat at homeschool? It's all right there.
Yeah, I would go into her office and steal the fucking answers and do all my homework real quick while she was gone.
Oh, like
And
she-
she'd come back and I'd be like, did it all.
So she
watching I Love Lucy all day. Like.
So she would test you. It wouldn't be like, it wouldn't like, there are some parents that are like, they're tired of dealing with their kid in the homeschool.
She would test me, like I would do all the schoolwork, and at the end of the year I would have to go take a big test.
Right.
And so there were some years I didn't even try, like I didn't know any of that shit. And so like when I went back to school in 6th grade, I struggled. I always think about that. I struggled, and when I went back to school, I just remember it was real hard. I was like, fuck. I was like, I fucking missed a lot.
Well, I've met students, I've met, they're adults now, but I've met people who were homeschooled their entire life.
Really?
Yeah, those guys were pretty freaky.
Are they?
They just,
Yeah,
they're
you need
weird.
that social shit.
Like mom and dad would teach, because I remember, like growing, they were in the neighborhood, and they were talking about what their mom and dad taught them, but as they got to be teenagers, mom and dad couldn't teach them anymore because, these weren't like protege parents.
Yeah.
These were just people that were, they had conspiracy theorists back then. They had, the Trumpers. They would have them back then. It was just white trash that didn't believe in the school system.
Mm-hmm.
And those teenagers were proctoring themselves.
I was just staying in trouble.
Yeah.
I was always in trouble. Yeah.
But that's why they, I would have rather been homeschooled. I hated public school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I never had kids.
It was fun. But I definitely like to go back to school. We were so poor though that the shirt I wore the first day of 3rd grade, I wore on the first day of 6th grade. 'Cause I remember standing there in class going, "Oh shit, I'm wearing the same shirt." Like, and I was
Are
like,
you sure that you moved up grades, or mom just held you back in the same grade?
I don't know. I was in the 6th grade then. I don't know.
And you were the same size? Or like did the shirt shrink?
I don't know. I think it was just tight. I think it was tight and had holes in
Yeah.
it and shit. I think it was a big shirt too, because it was probably bigger shirt was
Because
probably
that's what my parents did. They would buy, because I was a fat kid.
Yeah.
And so they'd buy bigger clothes.
Oh, really?
You know, so-
wow. I wonder
so-
how many people do that.
So that would last longer,
Oh, wow. I never thought about that.
as I got fatter or taller.
Yeah. That's crazy. I
One or the
never
other.
thought about that.
Or what about shoes? Like, did mom ever do that where you buy shoes and unless your thumb could fit between your big toe and the end of the shoe, they wouldn't get them. You had to get the next size up because they didn't want to buy shoes now and
I
then have to
remember
buy
that.
shoes in
Do
6
you?
months.
I don't remember. I just know, like, shoes, they never wanted to buy me the good shoes. I remember they were like, it's $100.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I wore Spaldings. I wore Spaldings and Pro Wings from Payless Shoe Source.
Payless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to wear Payless too.
I got Jordans one time, and I remember begging my mom. I think we went to Greens Point. I remember begging her for them outside the store. She's like, they're $90 or some shit, and she ended up paying like $120 total, and I was like so happy. And then I got in trouble at school, and they took them away from me. And when they finally gave them back to me, they didn't fit anymore. So I didn't even get to wear them. It was just like, what
Damn.
the fuck? I still tried to wear them though, for sure, but I could not fit. I didn't last long before I was just like, okay, I can't do this.
Could have cut the toes out.
Yeah.
Make some Air Jordan sandals.
Yeah, there we go.
Like white trash.
White
motherfuckers.
trash, baby.
That's all the questions I got, dude.
Yeah. What time is it? We've been going for a long time.
Hour and 20 minutes on the actual, after all the test runs.
That's gonna take forever to upload, so let's end this video. Yeah, or you want to talk about you want to talk about how mean I am some more?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Squeeze as much content as
Because
that.
I think
Feed it to my ego.
I think he fucking focuses on it more than I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like he talks some shit, and if I don't got nothing, I just go, you know what? Fuck you.
And now you got,
That's the best
you turned
response.
it around. You turned it around. Now I'm all fucking insecure about it. Now I'm like, maybe I am too rough. I was just playing a little rougher with you.
I don't give a fuck.
You start crying to your friends over here.
I think it's hilarious because then you're gonna like try and defend yourself. Like I don't really pick on him that hard. I don't really do that. I'm really nice to him.
I love when it does get to Barry and he just goes fuck you. Like the other night when he was here and he was just like, you said something and it took him by a second. He was all like,
I got nothing. So
fuck you, yeah. And then he backed up his
Good
shit.
times. Yeah.
if I don't, if I don't have a comeback, if I can't think of a burn, like and all right, I used to not be able to just talk the way I do talk as far as the talking shit, but it'd always be that 3 days later. Oh yeah, this is what I should have said. And then but eventually I broke that habit. And now I said fuck you a lot, because I couldn't think of anything fast enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my go-to. If I get burned and I got nothing, I'll admit it. I got nothing. You know
Yeah.
what? Fuck you, man. I got nothing.
Keep trying.
I know, right? He's so
Yeah.
fucking mad out there. Just come back tomorrow, dude. He's so like,
Get out of here with your money. Get out of here with your fucking money.
We're in here
Question?
making porn.
No, I mean, if we were doing this, I would fucking, be like, hey, what's up? I talked to some guy that came in here one day on a Monday before Barry got here, and this guy was like, he was wild. I remember, like, I felt him basically pulling in the parking lot because I looked up for some reason, and this fucking wild-looking dude in this fucking Explorer comes in, he whips in, woo! And I remember just the way he was driving was, like pretty, it was just wild. And then he came in here and I didn't have any lights on or anything, and we started talking about whatever, and but he just had this look in his eye, and then he ends up telling me he did 26 years in prison, and he's like, but I'm not bad now.
oh yeah.
And I was just like, it's all good, man. It's like, I don't give a shit. It's cool. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not bad now.
He was like, he goes, I went into this other tattoo shop, and that guy wouldn't even talk to me like you are, and I was just like, I'm just not scared of you, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you don't scare me, so it's like, I'm just going to talk to you. You're just normal. You're just a person that just had a fucking crazy experience, There's no reason to be scared, you know what I mean? And it's like, because he was calling the other guy a bitch, and I don't think I said it to him, but I just remember thinking it. It's like, you probably just scared the shit out of the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's just a wild one,
What's the worst that he could do?
Yeah.
Kill you, and then
Apparently he already did it and did time for it.
Come back again or something, probably.
Yeah. At least your shop will be in the headlines.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Finally, we made it.
Free advertisement.
Yeah, if you ever do see a news camera, you scream Late Night Tattoos though.
Late Night Tattoos, hell yeah.
Late Night Tattoos.
I still want to get my truck wrapped. And, I see a fucking camera, I'll just pull up right there.
Well, if it was cheaper, I would do it, dude. I would wrap your shit in a heartbeat.
It doesn't even have to be the full thing. I would just love to get words on the back or the side,
we can
man.
do that.
And then
no problem.
And then just go out, just drive for an hour and look for cameras and just pull up right behind it.
Yeah.
Take up the entire fucking frame. Late Night Tattoos.
It might be pretty hard to do. You probably follow those dudes on Twitter, the news anchors.
Yeah, I also follow
Grizzly Hood News.
Grizzly Hood.
I've heard of it. I've
Yeah,
seen it on YouTube.
it's a
or
Facebook
something.
and
Is it?
YouTube thing where they'll report to her, and she'll get there faster.
Oh, okay.
Hey, check this person. She does the hood.
Yeah.
You should follow her on Facebook. It's pretty funny sometimes.
You know how long it takes me to get into Facebook? I gotta I log in, and then they gotta send me a code on my phone, and then now I gotta put this code in. It's so many steps.
I just opened mine.
Yeah, good.
I don't
for
know
you,
what is
but-
wrong with you.
You and technology.
How? How have you survived 43 years and you're still fucking retarded?
What do you mean?
Hey, who's mean to
Define retarded.
You can't just open your. You can't just. Oh.
I don't want the app. I don't want the app.
And then on top of that, you have to figure your fucking phone out when it glitches and shit. And then
yeah. They've been using my phone when I'm tattooing.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about my phone is you'll go to type a text message to respond to somebody, and your phone will just stop. It'll stop. Sometimes the letters will disappear. Sometimes they'll come back.
Yeah.
Sometimes the letter will just get big, and then it goes back down, and or it'll just get big and stays big.
Yeah.
And then you have to literally close the phone, open the phone again, and it's fine. It works.
And
I just think it's what Apple does to make you buy a new phone.
Oh yeah,
so
for
I'm
sure.
just
I was
fuck
like,
you,
did a
you're
new
not gonna get me.
update come out?
Every time an update, it gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's a
Each update, and they
conspiracy.
fucking
Just for you.
admit it
Whatever.
too.
Just for me.
Just for you.
For me and all the other Apple users. Well, it's kind of a conspiracy that they admitted to.
Yeah.
So,
You just have such a hard time with the electronics. It just makes me laugh.
yeah.
I think
really
he just
do,
gets
though.
bored.
I really do. I made this motherfucker come over to the house yesterday, and my real reasoning was because I wanted to look up my taxes while he was here so he could help me in case I needed it. But I didn't need it. I got in there. And I was like, I don't owe anything because I paid my whatever annual estimated tax.
Yeah.
So I paid it, and so I didn't owe any money.
You can just ask, right?
Yeah, but we were doing other stuff too.
I know.
So
It's just funny.
we were doing other shit.
Want to help me do my taxes real quick?
Yeah. I just in
Everything
case,
else.
but just in case I couldn't get in, I was like, let me have this guy come over. It was one of the things I planned to do while you were there.
Get you.
I need to take a class probably.
Oh, I don't owe
You know
anything.
what I mean? Like a computer class.
They have classes for boomers on how
Where?
to use their phones.
At the Apple
I
store.
don't want to use my phone. You think I needed to use my phone?
It's a good beginning.
I could be kidding. I don't want the app on my phone. I don't
But
need.
you have
I don't need the
You have
notifications.
You have
and shit.
then turn
I know.
notifications off.
Well, I do have it off. But why would I need it?
I'm just saying.
Instagram posts to Facebook.
Yeah.
It's so if I'm only using it for one thing anyway, I'm not trying to be social or follow groups of I'm not like you. I don't go through weird groups of people. Look at these Texas weirdos. I don't do that. So.
I'm just trying to meet people online, and be social.
Yeah, that's one of the most interesting things about you to me is before you had a girlfriend, all these little dating groups you would go to. And that's why I would ask you. I would be like, you would tell me about it.
Yeah.
And I remember you would tell me about it over text message, and I'd be by myself, and I'd be like, oh my god, that sounds crazy depressing. And so then whenever I saw you in person, I was like, what's that like? And you're just like, it's a lot of dudes. And I was like, yeah, seems solid.
It's a
Seems
sausage
solid.
fest.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, of course, that's how any party is. Any social
You sure?
gathering. You have single people. There's always going to be more men than women.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how. That's how the dating world works. That's
Yeah.
why women have the upper hand.
They really do, and they don't even know it.
They have the choice. Oh, a lot of them know.
This
it.
bitch was talking about women empowerment yesterday, and I was like, bitch, you got all the power already. You just don't know it. You're
Yeah.
you're wanting it in the wrong area.
Yeah.
You just don't get it.
or you're using it wrong, or you lower your,
You got all the power already.
they all want,
Don't know.
all 100% are trying to chase that 1%, dream and
You
1%.
think all of them are trying to chase that? I don't think all of them are.
And not all of them. Okay.
99%.
99%. How about that?
Being mean again.
Jesus.
guys. Sorry.
You're focusing on the wrong thing.
Being mean again.
I'm saying a lot of them are all chasing that 1% dream.
Yeah.
Because that, 6 foot tall, 6 inches and 6 figures.
666, mark of the devil.
Right. But that's really only like 1% of men.
How many Andrew Tate videos have you been watching?
No, I
Red pill or whatever.
I've been watching all. Dude, my
Who's fucking with you?
algorithm goes hard. Yours is just full of tattoo videos.
Log in, bitch. Let's see your algorithm.
T-shirt of that. My algorithm goes hard.
That is worthy of a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
Dude,
That is
merch
worthy
out
of-
for the
with you-
podcast.
That's a good one with Barry Thomas written underneath it.
Yeah, cheap seats.
Yeah.
That's my
Cheap seat.
quote.
There you go. Yeah,
Cheap
cheap
seats,
seat
my
on the
algorithm
back.
goes hard.
Podcast.
Yeah.
The algorithm goes hard.
Hell yeah,
Like
dude.
a design or something.
Write that down. Write that down. That shit.
Write down your little thing, but you got it out. My algorithm goes hard. Cheap seats.
Hey Siri, make a note.
Oh shit! Here we go.
You can't do
You're
it on
so
yours.
good. You're so good at electronics, Barry. Could you teach me?
No. You can go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna teach you about here. Draw some letters.
What are we doing? An
Wait, who's mean
exchange?
to who?
No, we're gonna
You teach me about my phone, and I'll teach you about letters.
No.
how to draw.
No, I'm gonna teach you like starting out. Like here. do
Oh, like
something
you're gonna
minutes
starting
ago.
to go all the way to the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. True master stuff. All right. All right. Barry wants to go home, guys.
No,
He's
you're
looking
not
over.
bitching about how long it's going to take to upload.
Looking over.
You know how long that's going to take to upload?
Like
Like you have to crank a wheel the whole time. It's not my fault you don't understand electronics where you could just plug something in,
It'd be so
click the mouse.
I need
You don't even have to watch it
entertained.
upload. You can just walk away. You can go pass out.
Or watch you look at your phone. That's what I usually do while you're uploading it. I'll watch you look at your phone. Look at your Facebook groups.
Oh, you want to be uploaded up here?
I don't even know. Oh, yeah, when you copy it over. Yeah, that's what I meant anyway when I said upload. I
Oh.
upload, I walk away.
Yeah. Then what are you bitching about how long?
Bro,
He has
I'm
to
not
take the time
good.
to lock everything up.
I'm not good at technology. We went over this.
Dude,
Upload, whatever. You know,
took
transfer, whatever
There's
it is.
no way you were born this dumb. You had to take a class.
to get dumb. Hey, we all can't be computer smart, all right?
Not even computer smart. That's just basic fucking normal common sense nowadays. And you're like,
To take a class?
Durr.
What do I dare to? Barry trying to be mean to me, guys.
Anything.
Sorry, be mean to me some more. It's fine.
You're dirt and making shit funny. That's what I know. Not funny. No fun like a motherfucker. That's what this tattoo right here means. No fun.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either.
You told me that on Friday.
What?
I was talking shit about you not liking anything fun. That's what this means right here.
Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Yeah, you always tell me I don't like fun.
Because I know what this dude likes to discuss. So whenever somebody else is wanting to discuss something, he does it.
Go back. What do I like to discuss?
It's just.
No, I'll finish your thought.
But anyway, whenever somebody else is talking about stuff, I go, oh, we don't talk about that. Jay doesn't like fun stuff. Let's watch some more music.
What don't I like to talk about?
Let's watch some more music.
I got tired of watching fucking boring ass movies and just the same shit. Like, what are we supposed to watch? What are we supposed to watch? Reno 911 again?
I don't know.
No, I'd rather listen to the same song again.
Let's listen about how there's no fucking dress code.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't listened to that song in a while. We
We
need to bring that
haven't.
one back.
Yeah.
We actually need to bring that back.
I like that one where the Indian's sitting on a cross-legged playing about a 6-foot-long didgeridoo on the beach.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
seen that one.
Yeah.
That tribal need guy. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just like, you're so fucking nice when I text you. Like, you're so funny because, like, I text you that shit and you obviously don't like it, but you're just like, yeah, that's really cool. Like, you think you're gonna lose my friendship talking shit to me about it? Because obviously you don't like it. Like the way your tone now. You said you brought it up in the past. I've only listened to the guy like that time. I actually haven't gone back. I did subscribe, but I haven't listened to anything else. I just was like, damn, he's doing all this shit right now. Like, I just thought that part was cool.
Say, the fuck is this shit, Jay?
I just like wired him up.
Sorry, I don't have very many friends that send stuff to. My bad.
Well, maybe you need better music taste.
That'll help me.
I'm gonna be like, Tool, I like Tool.
No, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, well, I could never.
They wouldn't like you.
That's okay. Feel it's mutual.
Like we would know.
Most people, they're like, you like Tool? I'm just like, and I tell them no, they're like,
No.
Like, because people think of Tool as this like big intellectual, because of fucking Maynard, how smart he is, and the shit that he talks about, and they're like, "Well, you listen to Tool?"
the shit he tries to talk about.
And shit, yeah.
Like, he's just like, shut the fuck up. When I listen to a podcast with him, I'm just like, okay. Cool. Like,
Somehow,
I don't know. It must be hell to sit there and try to listen to it.
talks about wine and shit.
Fucking bald white dude try to talk about everything they know.
Is he an old bald white dude? He's one of my people. Okay. We'll take it all back. I think I like Tool now, guys.
Another super intellectual that's bald.
Does he have a goatee like yours?
No.
No? Okay, I'm definitely into him.
He's part of the
Maynard rules. Keep making coins for your fans to buy.
It's a cool coin. But you know he didn't make it. He didn't see any money from that merch.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, I'm sure
Who
not.
gets that merch?
The merch dealers.
What?
You know, I mean, you know, the band probably gets a cut.
Oh, he gets a bunch of that merch.
Yeah.
What you mean? He
But
gets a chunk of that
the
merch.
money they were charging for that merch, I mean, I'm sure they get a cut. You know, but
You just think he's that good of a person? He's not going to charge you crazy.
No,
he does something else, like where he doesn't charge you high for something else, right?
I don't
Or is
know.
that somebody else? Oh, okay.
That's somebody else.
Okay.
Toll charges shit out of everything.
Do they really? Yeah.
It's the companies now. Like, I know Oliver Anthony.
Uh huh.
He's this, you know, Richmond, north of Richmond. He's a bluegrass country singer.
Uh huh.
And
Oh, that
talks
guy
about,
that just signed.
yeah, he
Yeah.
talks about singing, you know, about poor people.
Uh huh.
And he was, you know, he was going to put on a concert and it sold out in like, you know, an hour or two
Oh, okay, maybe
at
that's what it
a
is.
Coliseum. But he found out how much they were charging for tickets, and you know, he's like, "Oh, I'm canceling the whole thing."
Yeah.
It's like I even if I don't take a cut, if I just give up my money, I won't. That doesn't lower the price down very much, so I'm not just going to cancel the whole concert.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a lot of money because merch has, you know, people buy the merch and all the crap and, you know, staff. You got, you know, it's a big deal.
Well, it costs you rent the venue,
Right.
but then like usually the band gets a cut of the concession stands,
Right.
and everything. So I'm pretty sure they get a big chunk of it. There's no way, because I've been around enough metal shows that those bands bring that merch with them, and I'm sure that Tool brings that merch with them.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
Yeah.
Tool's merch, and I'm sure they're making almost all that money off of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? Like, you're fucking.
So they're probably just paying the dudes selling it.
You're
That's
trying to
not good.
make it's a business. You're trying to make every fucking dime you can while you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got all these people coming to see you. You've sold out or whatever. That's amazing. And then on top of it, you're about to fucking really get loaded. You know what I mean? That's why these motherfuckers tour into their fucking goddamn set. Like, why else would you tour to your 70? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Because you making boatloads of money every time you do it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I want a new world's biggest pool, you know, or whatever.
I want to be on Cribs.
Yeah, you know, you want like, oh, I need to, you know,
Buy another car.
I want a different house, you know, or whatever. Yeah, you
Buy
should,
another winery. That's what
go on
Maynard
tour
does.
again real quick.
He just buys wineries,
Yeah.
converts them to his own.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Arizona, he's got a Caduceus
And then
winery.
I know he went on the world's biggest fucking selling platform, Joe Rogan. That's the only time I listened to the whole podcast. I'm pretty sure. I was just like, he didn't turn me. I was
Joe
like,
Rogan.
I was like, just don't like the music. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of it sounds the same, right? Or is that just me? I'm sure my music sounds the same too, though.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, your music, that EDM definitely sounds the same.
Yeah, it does.
But it's the kind of music where you gotta keep listening to it, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, this is a different song. This is a different song.
Yeah.
That I mean, I can see on the on the surface level, people will look at Tool the same way, which I did at
Or
first.
metal, anything.
Metal in general,
Hip
yeah.
hop, everything.
Yeah.
And Yeah, some songs, but not if you listen to them a lot. Then
Well, you have to get into the genre. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Of anything. Otherwise, it all just sounds the same. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
even
I definitely got into that house music genre.
Yeah, I like it.
Ever since I've been here.
Yeah.
Well,
Nobody.
It
just
takes a
likes
very,
it,
very
besides
special
Barry.
breed to get into my kind of music, though. That
Kind of music you listen
Yeah,
to,
what do you
Barry?
listen to? Tools, that's-
Nickelback.
Nickelback. I listened to Nickelback. I was listening to it last night on the way home.
Are you listening to the radio?
Huh?
Are you listening to the radio?
by choice.
No, by choice. Why? What's wrong with
I
Nickelback,
hate when
Jay?
people are just like, I just love music. I love music so much that I even listen to Nickelback. I listen to it all. You do know some old shit though. I have heard you say something about, oh, that's something so and so, and I was like, huh? And you're like, you said something from so and so, and I was just like, okay.
Probably the '80s song.
It was an
I
80s
remember,
song. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Because a lot of that EDM, the house music, they remix like
Yeah,
older songs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's this and that's that.
Mhm.
That's why. That's
You know,
another
they
reason
make
why I
it-
like
you
it.
just
That's
remix
why
it.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's literally why I like it, is because they take so an artist will put out a song, and like sometimes the song's hella good and I'm just like, man, I can't wait for these remixes.
Yeah.
Because all these other artists are gonna get the song and remix the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have like just a ton of new sounds to it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
well, sometimes they just butcher it, but sometimes it's really fucking good too.
That's another reason why
And
I
then
like
they
it.
make extended versions, so they make 2 versions usually of like their
But
singles.
they're long already.
That's a good point.
We're probably listening to some of the extended, yeah, but like so their extended versions go to about 7 to 9 minutes usually.
That's it. It feels like hours.
And then especially if you're like on stuff there at the fucking place, then it feels like you're there all night.
I'm just here all night, and it just feels like, from 5 to 9, it's just.
Just an ambulance going off. Singing like an Indian song.
I don't know, dude. That's just just repeat
Yeah,
it.
it's tribal, right? It's like it has like definitely like a hypnotic rhythm to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
My favorite one that we've come across though is the guy that just plays other people's music and just
Yeah.
fucking just dances there at the fucking
couldn't believe
no knobs are turned. It was just how
I
it
watched
was.
another video of his and he is turning knobs.
Probably just like the
But
volume.
I don't know. Like, I think he's just because he's playing everybody else's music, so he's just a DJ
Right.
that probably DJs for house parties and shit,
Yeah.
like normal like weddings and bar mitzvahs, and he's just like putting his own like mixtape together and then standing there acting like he's playing it.
I think he's just fucking with like the bass and
Yeah,
like the treble.
something little.
Nothing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
matters.
But he's just this redheaded ginger dude. He's just sitting there. He's just like. He's literally just dancing the whole time, the whole fucking song. He's just
You're getting
dancing.
a million views.
And then every once in a while he just goes like that. And
I
then,
fucking held down on the button so it won't recommend me the channel anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just hold down on the button, it'll give you a bunch of options. I was
Yeah.
just like, don't recommend this channel anymore.
I just block them.
Because he like more of them started showing up because I watched
Really?
the one. Yeah. It
Oh,
was just like
man.
they were all over. I was like, fuck.
Have you gone down the 4K transparent clothing try-on hall yet?
The what now?
4K transparent.
Oh no, you told me about it, but we're just here. I'm not gonna actually probably look at that. Maybe tonight I will.
now that you bring it up.
Yeah, now that you're actually putting it in my brain, yeah. What I saw wasn't that, like, it was just kind of what you see on Instagram. I've been seeing a lot of this shit on Instagram where they've got, like, basically the sides of their fucking pussy hanging out, and it's like, but the thong that's going through the middle, and there's a ton of pubes showing. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
my algorithm doesn't go hard.
On Instagram.
But he likes to look at pubes. Rather than looking at.
I don't like to. It's just what it shows me, and then it tracks your eye movement. Or if you just are like, let me zoom in on this. Once you zoom in on it, or you fucking click on the picture to look at it bigger, then you're like, you're fucked. Then it's just gonna show you more of that, no matter what it is. No matter what it is.
Yeah, so-
Sometimes I feel like cleaning my act up. I'll just go like a bunch of tattoo photos.
Yeah.
Algorithm will be all better.
Yeah.
Like, all right. I feel better now.
No.
But it's like, you know what bothers me with those photos? It's always their caption. I'll look at the photo and admire their beauty, and then I'll look at the caption and be like, oh my god.
What?
What was it say?
Like, just something fucking, like, terrible.
Like, look at my taco or what?
Yeah, like, something, I don't know, it's like always something like, do men really find this fat body attractive?
Oh.
Or it's like, you know,
Like
or...
something pathetic.
Yeah, or it's like,
Pick
or it'll be like,
They're fishing.
can't be
See,
duplicated, you know what I mean? Like,
the-
hot shit, you
The
know.
4K transparent videos, they talk nothing sexual.
Yeah.
It's just they
Well,
talk.
I don't
about
know if
the
I would
club.
like that either.
They talk about that. I don't listen to. You don't listen to them.
Okay.
They're women talking.
So what are you doing? You just jacking off?
Nah, just watching while you're playing video games or whatever. But
How many TVs do you have set up?
just one, and then my phone.
Oh, okay.
We're focusing on the wrong thing here.
Well, you already really you have no focus.
You're the one with the
I'm trying to
video.
tell a story. You just keep interrupting. How many
Questions. Oh, sorry.
TVs
We're
do I
supposed to
have?
save our questions. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm done talking now.
So you watch. So when you play Helldivers, you're sitting there with your phone on the side with 4K transparent Triong videos.
Because
You're just really horny. I've been there, brother. I've been
I'm
there.
watching big titty bitches and fishnets just dance around.
Me too. I get it.
You know what this generation
used to-
calls that? Gooners. You're a gooner.
Gooner?
You're a fucking gooner.
What is that?
The gooner is just like horny all the time, basically.
These kids are not horny, I
Constantly
guess.
masturbating.
Constantly, yeah.
Oh shit, that's funny. I like it.
If I'll take
Gooner.
all right, you're a
You're a
gooner. All right,
gooner.
I'm a gooner. I like to look.
Gooner.
I like to
Barry's
look
a
at titties.
gooner.
I think you
man.
should get it tatted.
By him.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh shit.
Weird choice, but okay.
By the time he's ready, he'll forget.
Oh, now we're changing it up. Now it's not fun.
No, I'm a gooner.
Oh, because he said it, and you're gonna wait that long? Well,
Yeah.
That's not gonna be a thing anymore.
No, that's what I mean.
Oh, you're trying to wait it
They'll
out.
go back to where they just call me a normal.
Gooner.
The normal thing of
Gooner.
being just a pervert.
Change
Why-
your
why
name on
can't
my
we-
phone.
Yeah, it's basically another word for a pervert.
That's
It's a
funny as
fucking
hell.
gooner, yeah. But it's just hilarious.
So glad you're around, bro. You gotta keep us in the loop.
Gooner.
With the gooners.
Gooners. That's a good one. I like that.
Right? It's so.
It's a play off of Boomer. I like that a lot.
And Goonies.
Does it have to be older too, or is it just anybody?
Anybody.
Oh, okay.
Anybody who's just always looking at porn or some shit.
Well, it's just another one of those made up pronouns.
You should throw that in your bio. That needs to go in your bio. Gooner.
Gooner.
Let them know. Let them know, dude.
I guarantee you, those groups that you're a part of, they see that shit, they'll be like, "Oh shit, there he's on another level."
He's about,
No, they
to,
won't.
he's about to fist fuck me.
Whap, whap, whap.
Yeah.
Twat, twat, twat.
Whap, whap, whap. How'd you? Yeah, that's right. Whap, whap, whap. Jesus Christ.
Look at the size of that hammock. It'd make a whap, whap, whap going in and out of cunt.
It's gonna make some noise, that's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Sound like putting your fucking ear up to a seashell. Yeah. What do you do with it? Is that it's over, right? Like you don't have sex anymore after that, right? Like it's done.
No, the vagina.
That quick?
I mean, no, not that quick.
It's just like you're not gonna come now, right? Like you're just flopping around in there. Yeah.
I still, I mean,
Yeah, of course, because you're horny as shit at that point. Yeah, I get it. But I'm just saying, like, you're just flopping around though in there, right, for a while, or is it?
I can still feel it.
Yeah. Well, you're a big boy.
I just put everything in.
He's a big boy.
I just put everything in.
The balls, too.
Yeah.
balls too. That sounds dangerous.
Oh man.
Need those bad boys. I guess you need the whole thing, but I don't know. That seems like a tad far.
Just don't cough.
Don't talk.
Please don't have a
Cough,
seizure.
yeah.
That's the weirdest thing is ever. You ever have somebody have sex with somebody and they start having a seizure?
Very-
Oh, dude.
I don't want to talk anymore. You're always creeping me the fuck out.
I never have. I'm just saying that'd be kind of freaky.
That would be.
No, I feel like you were about to tell us a story, and now you're backing off. Tell the
Yeah.
fucking story,
I never
dude.
have had sex with somebody with having a seizure.
No, it happened on a TV show. There was like a storyline like that.
And what happened?
He just thought it was the best thing ever.
He thought it was the best thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, when they cough, when you're in them, it's like, holy shit. Yeah.
I can only imagine what
Cough
seizure
again.
feels like.
Yeah, that's when you give them a good little change
Yeah.
in the stomach. Hey, that's hot. That's why I like to have sex with a woman that has the flu.
Yeah.
The flu.
Yeah. all sorts of disgusting.
Oh yeah, I got lost thinking about something else. Yeah, I was thinking that too before that. Yeah, I dated this girl that had bronchitis one time. We both had bronchitis, and I just remember I was just like, "Oh shit, cough again." Because she had bronchitis, she could keep coughing.
Well, I mean, I date smokers. I mean, back then. Yeah,
Shoot you out of there if you're not playing hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get one of those smoking fits. You're like, they get hacking and shit.
Like, hold on. That's funny.
No, while you're doing this, start going too hard or something, they get that hacking fit.
Yeah.
You're like, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And make it a race.
Yeah.
Make it a race.
Oh, that's funny. I think that's probably a good point to end the cheap seats, huh?
All right.
Let's do it.
This will be the end of the Cheap Sheets podcast.
Yeah, 707. Yeah, that's a long one.
Thank you for joining us.
Long fucking transfer.
Goodbye.